welcome back to What Now? We're going to talk a little bit about Henry's book here. It's called Boost the Man, How to Achieve Greater Success Through Self-Mastery. The book was amazing, so congratulations.
Thank you.
I want to touch on my favorite part of the book, is the leaning into your discomfort, which I've been preaching that for years, because it's something that I've kind of learned coming into my adulthood that I needed to heal from, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. So if you could touch on that for us, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, the thought behind it is that we have to really understand that this life that we are living in this reality, it was not made for us to be comfortable. Everything about it is uncomfortable. From the conception of you, your mother was very uncomfortable. You came out, experiencing life, it was very uncomfortable. Then you moved through the phases of life, you became an adult, and adulting was very uncomfortable. Every day is like that. So when people get upset or get overwhelmed by everything or by being uncomfortable, it's because they haven't accepted the fact that it was never meant for us to be comfortable. In the discomfort is where we find ourselves. In the discomfort is where we find what we're made of. In the discomfort is how we discover who we are. So I know Chance was talking about acceptance earlier, which is a key point to discomfort, is one, once you accept the fact that it is the norm of life, then you go, well, how can I use this to my advantage? What is this discomfort trying to teach me? What can I learn from it? How can I use it to my advantage? So in the book, I just talk about leaning into it as much as you can. There was a point in my life in the story in the book where I was homeless. I was homeless for about a year. Lasted longer than I expected. Around this time, my son maybe was like 1 or 2, and I was working at 24 Hour Fitness in Irvine, California as a sales advisor. At night, I would go to my car and sleep in the parking lot of 24 Hour Fitness. Wake up in the morning, go to work, go see my son, come back to the parking lot, sleep. Do that every day. I made sure I saw my son. In that, my boss at 24 Hour Fitness came to me and said, hey, I saw you on the camera. I noticed that you were sleeping in your car. Do you need some help? Would you like some help? You know what I told him? No. I said, I understand where I'm at. I know there's a reason for me being here. And if I leave the situation too early, I would not learn what I need to learn. And I shook his hand and told him, thank you, I appreciate it. And I went back to my car. And I went to sleep. So you are where you are in the discomfort for a reason. So like a seed that's planted in the ground, there's a gestation period for that seed to sprout into new fruit. If you pull it too soon, you won't bear the fruit that you're looking to get from it. So I feel like we are the same way. Once you're in the dirt, in the ground, at your lowest low, don't pull out too soon. Stay and lean in, and you'll come out a better person. So you can't escape it. So I actually try to put myself in situations where I'm uncomfortable, because it teaches me who I am. And to have my son see me in discomfort and how I work through it teaches him how to do the same thing.
Right. And I can definitely relate to the struggle. So I was a homeless teenager for a good almost 3 years. Like couch to couch.
Yeah.
I had my little car, slept in my little car. I crashed wherever I could. Just took showers at friends' houses. Like really got it out the mud type kid.
Yeah.
And I always was like I think envious of people that had that healthy upbringing because it seemed like they got such a head start. So it's like I felt like I started at a deficit, and I used to hate it for the longest because I blamed so much on my upbringing for like the way I was or the way I went about things or the way I tackled challenges and stuff like that. But like when I started really growing up, like I'd say probably around 21, like when I got pregnant with my son, and even those years me and my husband, like we fought through it because I feel like I had a lot of blame and I was like discomfort with how I started. It's like I could not be okay with a comfortable situation. Like how you said, putting yourself in uncomfortable ones. I almost felt like you get to a certain point where you're so traumatized, that's what you're used to. So it's like any time that you do get something that you don't feel like you don't deserve it, or you're questioning it, or you're looking around the corner. And so that kind of turned into me having to accept, like, me going through that discomfort made me into a better person now. Because I was like, I know I can make it through anything.
You know you can make it through.
Like, I can survive no matter what. I got me. And now that I have kids, like, I got them. Like, I'm going to do whatever it takes.
Exactly.
So it made me such a go-getter to where I'm like, I took it and stopped blaming it and letting it make me less than. And, like, I'm going to be better than anybody could have ever thought it would be. I'm gonna go harder. I'm gonna show you all that I can. You know what I mean? It just really made me have that tenacity to like go and do things. So now it's like I feel like my possibilities are endless. You know what I mean? You can kind of do anything once you kind of get out of that mindset. But like you said too, I'm not afraid of uncomfortable situations because I grew up in it. So I'm like, I had to lean into the discomfort. Like, no, that's me. That's where I get my grit, and that's where I can grind, and I can pull from it when I'm feeling weak. And I can look at my situation and be more grateful for all the comfortable things I have because I'm like, be okay being discomfortable over here. Like, I better check myself. It allows me to, like, I don't know, be a better person and whatnot. But I think those things, like you said, they make you, so it's like pulling out too soon or being mad because you had to go through it. Like, no, just take it and own it. Because I think it makes you such a better person. Because I was like, that's that fire that you can tap into at any time. You can dig deep. Like, oh, I got it.
You gotta be careful too, though, to not let that us being there self-sabotage us from.
Right, and I almost was doing
back
that.
Here.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. Those early years before I had my son, that was the biggest struggle. Because all my husband wanted to do is make my life more comfortable. And make me realize, like, no, you don't deserve that. Like, I want to make you in a situation where you can go to college and you can do these things. Like, I got you. And I did not trust that. And I'm like, like, this is too good. So there's a catch here. It's like, no, really, I just really want to do something for you. And it took me all the way up to, like, I was pregnant with my son, really realizing, like, okay, I can lean into it. This is safe. This is okay. And now I have this little person. And I went to college and I got my business degree and was able to slow down. But in those times, I focused a lot in those 9 months on healing myself because I did not want to birth a child with like having all these issues. So I really like looked at myself like I need to get it together because I'm not about to be that parent that's putting all my hurt on my kid. But that's in those moments that's what allowed me to be like, okay, that discomfort, like this is gonna make me better. And I'm gonna go harder.
Some of the discomfort you can't control. Then there's some that you can. And the ones that you can't, you have to learn to accept those. And use those to your advantage.